Hello everyone, it's nice to meet you. I'm Rocky. And I'm Aqua, and we're here to talk about the rock and water cycle. Well, let's jump right in. Rocks are bits of the mantle that come up to the surface, where they cool and become different things. And water is naturally on the surface of the earth that's called the crust. The rock cycle is a matter of 3 different categories of rocks and how they become each other. To break that down, igneous usually appears first. These rocks are made from cooled magma and lava. This cooling process makes them into cool smooth rocks or perforated rocks from rapid cooling. Another way to make smooth rocks is weathering. That's where water comes in and works the rocks smooth, gradually smoothing them down into bits called sediments. Weathering is often split into 2 different categories. Those being mechanical, like water dropping on a rock, wind blasting the rock until it cracks, or freezing it until it expands and shrinks. Plants also growing roots through the rocks and breaking them in that way is also mechanical weathering. Chemical weathering, on the other hand, is when the chemical composition changes within the rock. A great example of this would be the Statue of Liberty. At one point, it was a brown copper, and the oxidation of the metal turned it to a green-looking metal. Speaking of sediments, the next one in the cycle is sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are cool, and they're a combination of all the others that can hold things like fossils because they aren't crushed or melted. These rocks are cemented together and are generally pretty brittle and can even have little wave marks on them. These sediments and sedimentary rocks are along rivers and streams until they find a final resting place. The movement of these rocks is called erosion. Erosion also applies to methods of movements like water, wind, and gravity. Where they end up are called deposits. The process, deposition. The last category of rocks changing is metamorphic rocks. These are rocks that are heated and put under immense pressure until they form bands or something similar. Granite is a metamorphic rock. Because of this, you can put hot things on it without it breaking. These are also generally melted back into magma. After water has deposited the materials, it evaporates into the sky in the form of water vapor. After that, it'll condense into clouds and fall back down as precipitation. That precipitation restarts the weathering process. Because these cycles are so closely connected, they are sometimes confused with one another. Each one can be differentiated between because rocks can change in all directions. Metamorphic rocks can become igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rocks. Same with igneous and sedimentary, each through their own processes. The water cycle generally flows, in one direction. Water condenses too much and precipitates from the sky, runs into bodies of water, where it evaporates back into the sky. It condenses again, and the cycle repeats. This has been the rock and water cycle. Thank you.